Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. I'm going to let you know right now that we're going to do two reads in this video. One just asking kind of a hypothetical, something I'm mulling over for the universe, and one then a very specific look at a young lady who was thrust into the spotlight over the weekend. Okay, so if you notice from my thumbnail, I put in front of that young lady from Dundee, Scotland, who went viral for brandishing a knife and an axe to keep her younger sister protected from molestation. And in a twist of what unfortunately is all too common in the UK these days, this young lady was actually taken to jail and booked for having weapons of self-defense on her person. So I want to see how she's doing, don't you? But I also wanted to ask the universe about something. You see, people that have followed the 17 team throughout the years, starting in 2017, have always felt like the purpose of the operation, which it's commonly believed that the 17 team was a military intelligence operation, and at its core, what it was designed was to encourage people to think critically. And I think that the Q stands for question everything. I know we were told it involved security clearances that were claimed at a level of that, that kind of clearance, but so I'm not saying that that was officially what it is. But for me, that's what it was. It encouraged me to continue to look past narratives, to think for myself, to if something made sense to me as making a connection or dots that I seem to connect, even if the mainstream downplayed them or disavowed them, to trust my gut, my discernment. Well, I've heard people that follow 17 like I have throughout the years and still see some relevance today in the posts. And sometimes, there's some quite striking ones. They say that they see 17s everywhere these days. And a couple of Anons noticed that the picture in particular that has gone viral with this young lady from Dundee, Scotland, does look like it could have a 17 on it. Now, I want to be really clear. I'm going to get criticism from people that don't watch this video and make assumptions based on the thumbnail. I am not in any way suggesting that this young lady, has even probably ever heard of 17. Not at all. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, since we are noticing that number popping up so often in our reality, and I believe that there's some nudging going on to our collective consciousness, I think the image was chosen because it conveyed that question everything, question the narrative. See if you're happy with the way the world is running and if you want to contribute your energy to it. I think that's why that image has gone so viral, was because quite opportunistically, it was another chance to float a 17 to the collective consciousness. So like I said, I'm not saying that this lady, in any young lady, in any way allowed herself to be set up or used or utilized. I just think that someone took advantage of the image, and it was another chance to the collective consciousness to get a 17 out there. 17 referring back to question everything. So I'd like to ask the universe about that first. And then, because I do care about this young lady, 14 years old, internet fame all of a sudden and notoriety. She's being um, hailed for her courage or bravery. I've even seen, um, we'll call her Braveheart because her name shouldn't be out there, even if it is. So that this young lady, Braveheart, she's going to be dealing with a lot of notoriety and attention, and that's hard at any age to deal with. So I just want to check in and see if she's going to handle it okay and be okay. Now, hopefully, the protective streak that she showed towards her sibling is one her entire family has, so that the adults in their lives will rally around and protect her and help her to realize this is your 15 minutes. It doesn't mean that your path in life has changed or that you have to be a spokesperson or anything else, okay? Unless she chooses to of her own free will as time goes on. But let's hope that she's got some protective energy around her. And if you, like me, believe that that can be sent, I'm sending it because anytime big attention like that goes to somebody, it's really difficult to deal with. But first, let's just ask about this. Was this image, has it been so popular, in part in the way this particular moment of the video has been taken and gone viral? Was it because it was yet another chance, just a happy opportunity for the 17 team, the White Hats, to get that number out there in the collective consciousness and get us associated with that letter. And that letter does start with is the first letter in the word question. So let's find out. I'm going to switch the camera and let you see me work with the cards, and we will find out the answer to this together. Okay, as you can see, I've got a second deck set out for the next question. I wanted each deck to have a very energetic focus because the topics aren't that similar. So we are asking if this image of the young lady, Braveheart, in Dundee, Scotland, who defended her sister and was keeping her from attempted molestation, uh, this image seems to have a 17 embedded in it. And was that image chosen as yet another, just one of those quirky circumstances that allowed another 17 to be layered into the collective consciousness again to question everything, including, are you happy with how the world's running? Because, in my opinion, when a child has to take those kind of steps to keep her sister safe, um, the those in authority have failed massively, massively, and change is needed. That's the Laura's view. We'll see what the tarot has to say about it. Was this an opportunity to get our collective consciousness once again nudged, plus additional insights and information? Okay, we have the Three of Swords, Page of Cups. Recent past, we have the Seven of Swords, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. I don't want that to leave the camera. Okay, then we have the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So we have our hard yes. That yes, the White Hats have already noticed that in that image. Again, just a happy circumstance that they were able to take advantage of. Not that it was set up to be that. I'm not seeing. Well, I am seeing that there are some. This story, we don't have the full truth of it, of what's going on. But the question here was, in this situation, was this image that's going so viral, that I did that thumbnail. And if anybody takes credit for that 17 superimposed over the knife and the axe, I'm the one that made that thumbnail. So I get the credit for it, okay? Um, but there's the Page of Cups is telling us a little more, and this one is talking about just guidance, kind of a happy surprise. So again, yes, it was a happy surprise. The team noticed that, hey, there's a 17 that has been serendipitously out there for the collective consciousness. Now, the recent past just shows again the nature of this. They took advantage of a situation in an image, and again, the collective consciousness is being encouraged to think for yourselves, reject programming and mainstream media. And the King of Pentacles for the near future, with the Three of Pentacles kind of being the big information card here, just says, yes, we're getting to that point where people are thinking for themselves. They're claiming their sovereignty, their ability to think for themselves, and not to be mindlessly herded into a conclusion, an opinion, or believing a mainstream narrative. So that's really good. And I'm getting the nudge that this Three of Pentacles kind of encapsulates that the 17 team working to get us into that solid foundation, with our hard yes here being the Ace of Cups. Now let's take a look at this young lady and what the universe has to tell us about her. Because, like it or not, she's now in the public eye to some extent. And this incident happened while it was first reported on the 25th and started to go viral. It happened on the 23rd, a Saturday evening. And she was thrust into some notoriety and public spotlight, like it or not. So let's see if the universe can tell us how is this incident going to affect her currently and in the future. And hopefully she's got adults that will protect her and help her to, first of all, feel no shame for standing up for her sister. Maybe, and it's hopefully it will be a catalyst for change. You know, the 17 team always has told us it's the children that will unite us. And she's still a child. And I see a lot of people rallying around the fact that good for her, but she shouldn't have had to do it. So let's see how this is going to affect her personally in the current and near future. I'll switch the camera again. We'll use that other deck and find out what we can be told at this time. So, Little Miss Braveheart in Dundee, Scotland. What does the universe, can you share with us and let us know this incident that went viral, how it's going to affect her, impact her life currently and in the near future, and suggestions on protecting young people like this who have to deal with some notoriety they really weren't seeking, an outcome that was unexpected. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. There was no yes or no element to the card. This is going to just stand as kind of the typical indicator for an ace. We have the Eight of Wands, very appropriate. Another eight with the Eight of Swords. Knight of Wands. Now let's look at the near future. Oh, good. Six of Swords. I say good because this shows she's got some protection around her. Knight of Cups and the World. Okay. Oh, young Miss Braveheart, you've got some interesting cards going on here, and none that are too terribly concerning. So if anyone knows this young lady and wants to let her see what the cards had to say about her, you could do that. Okay, first of all, this card is about manifesting and success. So she is not going to feel bad about what she did. She's not going to feel shame for it. But I don't see that she is in any way going to try to capitalize on this in a bad or negative way. Um, like I said, this is her 15 minutes. There's going to be a lot of events going on right now. Okay, Little Miss Braveheart, your family though is going to be looking out for you and helping you through this time. Um, your future looks really bright, though. Let's see. Look, she was tired of feeling like her hands were tied, like no one was coming to help her or her sister or other people who were in danger of being taken advantage of. And shame on them. Shame on them. You failed her. You failed the children of your country. Shame on you. Okay, so she took matters into her own hands. The Knight of Wands just shows that she may have a tendency, as young people do, to act without a lot of planning and forethought. So again, there was no calculation to this. She grabbed what she thought she needed to keep her sister safe. End of story. Let's look at the near future. This is the one that tells me she's got people looking out for her, going to help her to get through this time and kind of get past the big flurry of internet attention and fame and help her to get her life moving ahead in the direction the family chooses. The Knight of Cups is the strongest insight and advice card. And he's just saying, watch out. There's going to be people that are going to be trying to convince the family to capitalize on this in an unhealthy way. But it looks like the family is going to absolutely be smart enough. They're going to not be expected to be smart enough, but they're going to be smart enough not to be taken advantage of in any way over this and just get their lives back on track. And maybe eventually, I'm seeing that this young lady, in a very good way, she can use this moment in time to spark a change for the world, okay, that she chooses to take a part of down the road. Wouldn't it be powerful? Graduate from university in a few years and say, I'm the girl in that video, and I want to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else. And I want to make sure children are safe. So she has an opportunity if she chooses to jump on it to help make some change in the world in the near future. Near future for the universe could be several years down the road for us, and this young lady is right now just a teenager. But it looks like she's got support that's going to keep her from getting too far off track. She's going to not be trying to be a viral video, internet star or anything else. So that's good. They're going to be guiding her well. And the family needs to be aware that there will be those that try to capitalize on this moment in a bad way. So think over any offers very seriously and very, very seriously because they'll either be hidden components to them or they won't be what they seem to be. So let's recap. Unlike my usual format, this video has two tarot reads in it, which I didn't think could be separated out too well. So the first was we looked at the fact that there are people that follow 17 that say they see 17s everywhere. And indeed, the iconic or soon to be iconic image of a young girl in Dundee, Scotland, who brandished a knife and an axe, a little camping axe, to keep someone from molesting her younger sister, does seem to have a 17 image to it. And I didn't expect to, and I didn't claim that this young lady had done that on purpose. I just said, is it possible that this image, one of the reasons it's gone so viral is because of that embedded 17 in it that was just a serendipitous occurrence? That it was once again a chance for the collective consciousness to get that nudge. And what nudge? 17 is just simply all about encouraging critical thinking, questioning the status quo narratives, everything, everything. Think for yourself. Okay. And so I think I just asked, was this used for that purpose? So that was question number one, and additional insights were welcomed. We got a yes. Yes, that the 17 team noticed that the way that was brandished in the video, it does seem to be a number 17. So it was noticed. They just simply took advantage of it again, trying to, and it combines those two things. Think for yourself, and it's all about the children. So critical thinking and the children. What are we going to do, and what do we need to change to have the children of this world be safe? So that was it. It was no, like I said, it wasn't planned. And I'm not saying this young lady has even never heard of 17 or the team or whatever it is. That's not it at all. But they did. It was just one of those opportunities that this happened. And that image was like, yes, let's do that. This is another way to get the collective consciousness nudged about a number that should be tied with some very important skills of critical thinking and questioning everything. So then we moved on and asked about the young lady herself, because like it or not, she's been thrust into the public eye, and this notoriety is going to be a very unique and unusual experience for her that she has no past experience to build on and work with. So we just asked for some insights about her life, especially currently and moving forward. And the universe just told us that, first of all, this young lady is going to be very successful as far as navigating her through this time of notoriety and being in the public eye. It also assured us that she had family that would be watching out for her and making sure that she wasn't taken advantage of because of this moment. If she's used or her situation is used to spark some change, that's beautiful and great, but the family's going to be very careful. They need to be, because they're going to be getting some offers that are not what they seem, that aren't going to be as honest and what they seem. So the family needs to be very wise as far as what they agree to or sign on the dotted line for. But they're going to. And in the near future, this young lady, if she chooses, could be part of what makes some big and good and beautiful changes in our world. So she got thrust into this kind of unexpectedly. I don't think on a karmic level it was a surprise, but for day-to-day life it was. And it looks like she's got the intestinal fortitude and the strength of spirit that she can come through this well. And let's pray that that is what exactly happens for her. Okay. A good life, a life of integrity and no regrets and no shame, and support of loved ones so that she's not taken advantage of in any way, because that's what she got in the public eye for, making sure that her sister wasn't taken advantage of. So let's send the same protection to her in any other context it might occur. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention and viewership. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you would like to receive it, I send you love, light, and wish for you everything bright. Until next time, this is Laura with Laura's View and Tarot 2. Bye.